Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys. Well, we get the new episode, or the premiere of Love Hotel tonight. I just got back in from outside. I was doing some work out in the yard and walking around a little bit. The sun is sunning, and I'm like, guys, I'm putting on sunscreen and everything. I feel like I'm getting more red and more tan, and it's just like not stopping. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. I'm digging the vibe. We're digging the vibe in the Sunday weekend vibes. Now we're back to talk about Dorit Kemsley because this is not ending, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So before we jump in, if you guys have not, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I think it's safe to say that we can jump right in, shall we? All right, guys. So, of course, happy Sunday, but let's get right into it because Dorit Kemsley is opening up about the emotional turmoil that she has experienced during the filming of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, especially season 14 and the reunion. She also talked about her relationship with Kyle Richards and personal sacrifices that she made in her marriage to PK. But blindsided by PK's public statement at the reunion, Dorit said that she was taken aback when PK sent the statement to be read publicly, and she expressed her shock, which, can I say really quick? I got nothing for you on this. I cannot believe that he would share this statement publicly. Well, no offense to you, Dorit, but Karma is a mean bitch. That is a mean, and when she comes knocking on your door, she ain't nice. I'll tell you that. She'll get you. And when you took a text message last season and you read it at the reunion and handed it over to producers, moving on. So she said, I was completely blindsided when PK sent a statement. He's always been my best friend, my husband, we're family. I'm sure Kyle was, she was blindsided. I never believed that things could ever get to a place where our bond in the foundation would ever be broken to the extent that we could do things to hurt each other that crosses the line. You called the man a freaking alcoholic, a monster, and a shitty dad. Now, Dorit also believes, no offense, unless there is something else that happened in this relationship, which I'm sure there is a lot more that we don't know about. I can't take your side on this, which I know she's like, I don't give a shit if you take my side, but I can't take your side on this because from what you're explaining to us, it's, well, I can't believe that he would ever cross a line like this. Girl, you called him a full-blown alcoholic, a shitty dad, a monster, and you also exposed your own private conversations with him. So you can't believe that he put out a statement? Help us make sense of this, Dorit. Like, I don't care if it's in one of your 11 accents. Like, explain it in a way that we can get where you're coming from. Because, like, I love Kim from Bravo Breaking News. And she comes on and she, spends time with us over here on Up and Adam. And I think that's amazing. And I love when she does. And the good thing is we don't have to agree on everything. We can have a difference of opinions. And she felt like PK and his statement shouldn't have been showed at all on the show. And I looked at it from a different perspective, saying, well, I think that PK has spent a lot of time on the show, so his voice should be heard. But that's okay. That's the whole point. It's all for entertainment purposes. It's not, nobody has to like attack each other over this. But I do want to, have these conversations. So Dorit believes that PK's statement was a cheap shot in retaliation for her previous comments, labeling him a bad father. And she clarified that she had apologized and retracted those comments, explaining that they were made during a vulnerable moment after receiving a 7-page vicious email from PK. Well, even when you retract the comments, my next problem is yes, PK, I retracted those comments. PK. Yeah, but they're not being scrubbed from film. They're still making the edit. It's still gonna live on the show. It's gonna be streamed for years and years to come. It's going to be on TV for years and years to come. It's going to affect him. It's going to be a stain on his reputation. Just because you said, you know what, PK, I'm sorry. You didn't just say one thing. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, I was mad. Okay, well, you're mad, so you act out, and maybe you called him a full-blown alcoholic. Well, I was still mad, so then you call him a monster. And I was still mad. So then you call him a shitty dad. It's like, no, these were multiple, multiple moments where you had time to think about other statements that you said. And you still kept coming forward with more derogatory statements. That also, again, impact his reputation, which also might affect his business, which you're asking for alimony for. I don't understand. Now, the sacrifices in her marriage and career. She reflected on all of this, and she revealed that she put her design career on hold due to an early disagreement with PK, and he suggested that one of them should give up their career, implying that it should have been her. But she had a strong reaction, and she chose to prioritize the relationship, saying, PK was the choice for me, and to build a life with him. If given the chance, I would make the same choice. But she also disclosed that PK encouraged her to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which was a decision that she was initially hesitant about. However, Dorit emphasized that she doesn't believe in regrets and she views the challenges as opportunities for growth. All right. Well, let's go over to the Kyle Richards of it all because she addressed her deteriorating friendship with Kyle, indicating that the final straw was Kyle publicly downplaying their relationship, saying we had reached a point where it wasn't a small, isolated thing. She had gone publicly saying I exaggerated a friendship. Honestly, again, the friendship would have been over for me if I were Kyle. The moment that you took my personal texts that were not meant for film, you guys know that there are boundaries of some sorts, and you gave them over to producers to use for the reunion. At that moment, that's such a breach of trust. And I have the same issue with my friend. Like, I don't know how you guys feel, and I've talked about this. I had a disagreement with a friend like a month ago, and we were talking back and forth, and this friend was telling me, so and so, 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 so. And I was like, listen, that's not blah, 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 blah. And then I saw where they saved my voice memo. And I was like, why did you save my voice memo? Like, we both hate when people say voice memos, unless you're trying to, what is the purpose? And this friend told me, well, I like to just pretty much hold it under my belt for a rainy day. And I was like, no, that's not a friend. That's not a friend. That's no. Anyways, yeah. Now Dorit did decide to stop being passive in her relationship, saying, I need to be present, feeling whatever I was feeling at whatever moment, and being able to speak directly from my heart without having to even think or measure or worry. And I needed to be unburdened. But after participating in a London production of Peter Pan, Dorit regained her confidence and she felt empowered. And she said that she hopes to find happiness and fulfillment. And she said, I know that there are brighter days ahead. So go on, Dorit, with your brighter days ahead. And then speaking of PK, PK did end up throwing a little bit of shade over towards Dorit after she filed for the divorce. And he made a post and decided to delete said post. Here's the post. No one plays the victim better than the one who caused the damage. Okay, great. We're all getting along just fine. Happy Sunday. Love Hotel tonight. Hot, messy topics tomorrow. I don't know what I'm even talking about at this point. I love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.